Hey everyone, today is Sunday, the 29th of April. Today I accidentally overslept. I forgot to turn up the volume on my alarm clock before going to bed. So I skipped my routine this morning because I woke up like right in the middle of it. But I still got stuff done. I got up at 8:30 instead of 8 like I wanted to. So I needed to move laundry, I needed to fold laundry, and I still needed to take care of the dogs and that sort of stuff. So it worked out. I'm a little ticked at myself, but it is a lesson. Just remember to turn up the volume on my alarm clock. There. Um, Today I'm going to be playing Star Wars The Old Republic. I'm actually looking forward to it, which is not that big of a surprise. I did play quite a bit of it yesterday, even though I intended to take a break. Yesterday afternoon, I switched from playing Star Trek Online, building up dilithium on my Klingon, to playing my Jedi Guardian. Well, he became a Guardian yesterday. I find the winning combination of crew skills is scavenging, slicing, and treasure hunting. And then you do slicing and treasure hunting to build up cash through lockboxes. Now, most of the time, you do make a profit, however small. And sometimes you don't get anything or you make too little money. But for the most part, you're defraying operating costs from those lockboxes. So, I mean, like, you'll get a lockbox occasionally that has, you pop it open and it gives you like 55 credits and an object worth another 55 credits for a 95 credit mission. So it's like, oh, cool, that worked out. Other times you'll just get an item worth 55 credits, or you'll wind up with like 100 and I think I got 162 credits once, but I'm not going to stick fast to that. I have gotten plenty of 123, 130 something, so off of a 95 credit mission. Now, round about 81 or 82 in slicing and treasure hunting, the 95 credit missions stop giving slicing or treasure hunting experience. So, I last night I was up late because I was folding laundry, I was watching TV, and I was just clicking through and sending T7 off to grind these 95 credit missions. And I wound up ending the night at around like 9,500 credits, somewhere around in there, at level 14. So I think I'm doing okay. Scavenging is actually on par with them because I've been picking up everything I've been finding. My friends are each playing. One's playing a Scoundrel, the other one's playing a Jedi Shadow. So, and I'm playing the full-on tank Guardian. The Shadow's going up the sneaky DPS route, and the Scoundrel's going up the healing tree. So we're working out really well. What we do is, the Scoundrel is currently the highest level person in the group, so his companion is the one that we take out if we need companion help. Most of the time, though, we went through the market district, and we didn't need Corso at all. So that was all right. So I would basically make a beeline for the middle of the enemy group, and I would stop at about, 25 to 30 meters out. Well within the range of my Force Leap. The Shadow would go one way, the Scoundrel would go the other in stealth mode. They would attack from the sides while I attack the middle. Now, later, in fact, last night, when I hit 14, I got Soresu stance, so I'll be drawing a lot more threat away from my companions. So, I'll wait for them to get in position, I leap attack, I draw the aggro initially, and then I make sure to do a force sweep. PB AoEs are very nice, and draw the aggro enough so that my stealth companions can do their DPS attacks and wipe out the enemy. And last night, what worked really well was we were doing the Heroic 2 Republic's Most Wanted in the Merchant District, the Merchant Market thingy district area, the old Market District, I guess. Anyways, so we go in there, and you go in, to the left, there's like a group of bad guys and a poison gas thing, and then there's a big room with, because there were 3 of us, there were 3 enemies. There was a gold star that we had to kill, another gold star we had to kill, and then there was a silver right in the middle. So strong. And so the way we did it is, I went for the gold star on the right, the closest gold star. My shadow friend circled around and attacked the other, or got in position to attack the other gold star. And the Scoundrel circled around and got behind the silver. And as soon as he was done killing the silver, he lent aid to either one of us working on the golds. And he threw out heals. So he finished off that silver really freaking fast. You know, shotgun to the back, and the silver was trying to attack, I think, the shadow or me, I don't remember. But the silver got wiped out really quickly. I held on to the gold, whacking him with my lightsaber, using Saber Ward at one point to, you know, extend my staying power. And the Scoundrel was throwing out heals and lending damage to the Shadow's gold star, and then they both came over and gave me a final assist on the gold star I was working on. And it worked out really well. We've got this great dynamic going that we don't seem to have in my usual Sunday group. My Sunday group is, I play a Juggernaut, a friend of mine plays a Powertech bounty hunter, my other friend plays a Sorcerer healer, and my other friend plays a sniper. So we have DPS, healing, and tanking. But we have 2 tanks, and they're both spec'd to tanking. So we step on each other's toes all the time. And usually what happens is the Juggernaut is a great single target tank. I can take the white star and hold the white star for as long as I need to. And typically I don't suffer that badly at their hands. So in the meantime, the Bounty Hunter Powertech appears to be great at tanking groups. The thing is that as a result, he dies really quickly. I mean, you know, he's always touting how often his shield goes off. His shield goes off something like 30% of the time. The problem is that there's still that 2/3 of the time it's not being used. And I have a shield, and it only goes off maybe about 22% of the time, but I also have a dodge mechanic that goes off like 18% of the time, and I have a crap ton of hit points, and then I have all these damage mitigation abilities. So, I mean, I guess it's on a parity, but it doesn't feel like it to me. It feels like I can last longer than the Bounty Hunter, but the problem is the Bounty Hunter gets more people hitting him than I do. So, I mean, when our 4-person group works well together, it's when there's a white star and a couple of golds. And I hit the white star, and I hold the white star, while all 3 of my friends take out the 2 golds. And you know, the Bounty Hunter might drop during the fight, but for the most part, they can handle it. And the sniper does incredible amounts of damage. But for the rest of the time, I mean, 4 people is actually almost too much for exploration zones. Like Alderaan, or actually for Tatooine, Nar Shaddaa, Dromund Kaas. I mean, these worlds cannot handle a 4-player group steamrolling them in the open areas. So, I mean, I think today my approach is going to be, I'm going to load in on my Juggernaut, because, you know, we're going to play in like 15. And I'm going to sit down, and while we're going through the open world, I'm just going to do my own thing, and I'm trying to stay in range of the group and make sure everyone gets credit for what I do. Then, if we do like heroics or something, that's when I stay tight, I follow rules, that sort of thing. I fulfill my role. But for the most part, you know, I've been thinking about going DPS, seeing as we have a range tank. The thing is that being a single target tank is really fun, and I really enjoy it, and I don't want to have to switch my build just because we happen to have a range tank and a melee tank. I mean, like with my Scoundrel, I prefer having Corso around, but I prefer his leap attack to Baudar's dash. Baudar's dash doesn't end with a hit. It just ends with him standing there for a second, maybe 2, of doing nothing right in front of the bad guy, while the bad guy goes, huh, there's a Wookiee in my face, huh. With Corso, it's target locked on, he rockets over, punches him, and the fight starts. So, anyways, I have got to go. I've been talking too long. But yeah, group dynamics are, I'm very passionate about group dynamics. I would rather have 2 DPSs than 2 tanks. However, the tough part is choosing which of the tanks to have in the group. Either have the single target DPSer that has a lot of damage absorption abilities that he can trigger, or have the Powertech who has a lot of passive absorption, but you can't rely on these absorption things. So it really does come down to the player and the player's playstyle. And with regards to the Bounty Hunter has all these AoEs, and the Juggernaut doesn't. The Juggernaut, I have 2 AoEs that I can count on. Smash, which is the first point-blank area of effect ability you get, and Sweep, or the Cyclone Slash, or whatever, the forward swipe of your saber. And that's only a forward cone that hits up to 5 people. So, I mean, I can immobilize one target, I can push another target, I can leap at another target, I can then push that guy, and then leap at him again. I mean, I can do all these things. I've got lots of maneuverability on the battlefield. The issue is that the Bounty Hunter has the same stuff. Kind of. I mean, he has this big AoE he can do from range. He has a leap attack. He has a tow cable. You can just bring him to him. I mean, you know, it's hard to not feel inadequate next to a guy who's putting out so much flack. And then I go toe-to-toe with a White Star, and I last longer than my friend does. He's always wondering why he draws so much more aggro, and I'm like, you can start drawing aggro at 30 meters out. I can't. Anyways. And also, we have the same taunt abilities, so I'll pop one and he'll pop his all of a sudden, or something like that. I don't know. I don't know. I really don't know. Maybe we could coordinate better in the spirit of what happened yesterday with our Shadow Scoundrel Guardian combo, but I don't know. We'll see what happens today. We'll see how quickly I dissolve into a bad mood. Anyways, until next time.